Greg with Gag Order Radio with
What up?
my man XV.
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to start off with a little question, let people know, who you are. And I guess the easiest point to pick at is kind of like being from Kansas, being
Right.
from kind of, the middle of nowhere.
Right.
When did it really start to jump off? When did it really start to click with the rest of the world?
Basically you have to get everybody, the rest of the world, to follow the fact that you're from a small town. And the first person to help me do that was DJ Enough. And, a guy from Wichita, Kansas. I mean, that dude from New York City getting a record on Hot 97 is a big deal. So, like, a guy from Wichita, Kansas, it was already a big deal. So, like, DJ Enough gave me the opportunity to play my first single, Mirror's Edge, on Hot 97 in Rush Hour. This is, Rush Hour. He played it right after DOA, and that was just an amazing look for me. And then after that, the rest of my city started, backing me. A lot of the other radio stations and DJs and heavy hitters started, backing me in my music. And then from that point on, they just took what I was trying to do more seriously.
And where did music start for you? Was it a life experience? Was it an album that kind of inspired you? Was it just
Music started for me like when I met my biological father when I was like 10 years old. He was in my life when I was a baby, but I didn't remember him. So after my parents separated, I ended up, staying with my mom and my stepfather. I never knew him. I talked to him on the phone every now and then, whatever. But one day I actually got to meet him when I was 10 years old. I flew out there and I was singing a little bit at the time. And he was like, "Oh, you do music?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to sing." And he gave me a beat tape. And my dad was a manager, my uncle was a producer, my cousin was a rapper. I didn't know the side of my family. So after I got that beat tape, from that point on I went home, I used to listen to it, I couldn't sing to it. So I started rapping to it, and from that point on, that's kind of what led me to becoming this.
And what's it kind of, walk me through kind of some of the emotions as it's been like taking off, going from mixtape to mixtape to
Right.
that commercial with
Verizon,
Verizon,
right.
and then featured on NBA.
Everything is just another stepping stone. Everything is from the DJ Enough, co-sign to, me being on BET Cypher and Hip Hop Awards, and me being on NBA 2K12, and then, the Verizon commercial. Everything is just more of a stepping stone. And my whole focus has always been my movement, which is the squareness, and my album, which is the Kill the Green Backpack. So everything is just building up to that. So no matter what it is, whether it's an interview on Gag Order, if it's if it's just a Doritos commercial, like no matter what it is, it's a stepping stone towards me releasing what I feel like is going to be my most passionate and most powerful project in my career, which is my debut album.
And speaking of stepping stones, it's been an issue as a fan to see you get snubbed on XXL a few times.
Right.
Has that been kind of become a background story, or is that something that actually like motivates you and drives you
Oh, it
forward?
definitely motivates me. I mean, you hear it in the music, you hear it on the mixtapes, and it motivates me when I see the fans react to it, because then it makes me realize I'm giving y'all something to fight for. You know what I mean? I could just be an artist that you just like. There's a lot of people I like. I'm not going to, go vote for them on a website. I'm not going to argue with how good they are with another person. So for them to be picking 10 people and me not be one of them, and a fan gets mad because because I wasn't one of them, it's crazy to me, because you could have been mad about so many artists not being it. So when throughout all these years, the one thing I will say is that I continue to get snubbed, but they continue to care. It'll be different if I got snubbed one year and nobody cared the next year, because that's happened to a lot of other artists. A lot of artists were snubbed last year that you probably don't remember right now. There was a lot of artists snubbed before that you don't remember right now. So the one thing I will say is that I'm still here. That's all that matters.
And to wrap it up and move forward, what can we expect from your first album, Kill the Green Backpack? Any sort of dates or people on it that we can kind of look forward to? Or?
Man, pretty much just the debut album is, it's all me and my in-house producer, Awesome Sound, and Just Blaze. Like, everything else from there is just going to be like what happens. I might go in with Backroom Jones, I might go in with Hot Sugar, I might go in with Passion Pit, I might go in with the Neptunes, I might do that, but like right now, the whole focus with Kid the Green Backpack is awesome sound. Just Blaze, XB going in. We're just creating this story. It's a concept album. So we're creating this story that I've been painting in my head for 5 years.
Cool. And I want to say thanks again to XV for doing the interview.
Yo, thank you.
Make sure to get his mixtape Zero Heroes, Everybody's Nobody.
I am XB.com, wherever you want to find me. That's where I'm at.
And thanks again.
Yes, sir.